Alright, so, secular humanism. Yesterday evening, I was watching a live stream by David Wood and Apostate Prophet, wherein they were reviewing a video of Matthew Dillahunty and Andrew Clavon kind of trying to have a debate and kind of failing. So, kind of the subject of inquiry, though, was secular humanism versus Christianity. So during this kerfuffle, it had kind of got me mulling over the idea of secular humanism again. So it feels like there are a couple of issues with the idea of secular humanism. Firstly, the idea that everyone is basically reasonable, right? Maybe I'm reading too much into this, but it feels like that's the assumption that's made, and it's not really an assumption you can afford to make. So basically, all moral claims are based in prioritized values, right? The thing to which you dedicate your life is the foundation of your morality, right? So, let's take Matthew Dillahunty, right? This is a person who says that he's dedicated his life to human flourishing. Sorry, he's dedicated his life to human flourishing. That is his prioritized value. That is his prime directive. Okay. Because of that, he is a morally edifiable person. If he were to say, "I want to kill someone because this person is getting in my way," well, you could say to him, Matthew, killing people willy-nilly would lead to anarchy in the human society. It would lead to the downfall. It would be unhealthy for humans as a whole, and therefore, since you have dedicated your life to human flourishing, the idea of killing someone kind of runs counterintuitive to the idea of human flourishing. Therefore, you shouldn't do it. Because he is a morally edifiable person, you can do that with him. You can have that back and forth, that exchange. The problem is not everyone is morally edifiable. There are certain prioritized values that are basically morally unassailable. Let's take something like, let's say I choose to dedicate my life to eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we die. Very, very short-term priorities. This is the thing I choose to dedicate my life to. Now let's say someone is getting in the way of my pleasure. Why shouldn't I kill that person? Well, you could theoretically say, well, what if you get caught? Well, what if I don't get caught? What if I have a way to not get caught and kill this person? Shouldn't I do that? According to my prioritized value, I should do that because that person's getting in the way of my pleasure, and therefore he should go. Right? I should kill that person. This person, basically, in taking this prioritized value, has made themselves morally unedifiable. And this kind of leads into maybe the next issue. They're not mutually exclusive, but okay, so we as humans do elect officials essentially to arbitrate the morals we have, like the standard morality. The standard morality, though, is based on the standard morals, and we don't elect officials to govern those, right? If someone wants to have a weird priority system to dedicate their life to something weird, no, we don't do that. It kind of comes into play with the whole idea of human peerage, right? We as humans are basically equal to each other. Therefore, you as a human can't tell me what to dedicate my life to. Your moral judgment is approximately equal to mine. Your intelligence is approximately equal to mine. Therefore, you have no authority as a person because you are flawed just in the same way I am. You have no right to tell me what to dedicate my life to. And that's kind of an issue if you can't just... The thing is, there are people who dedicate their lives to the wrong thing. There are people who make themselves morally unassailable and therefore unfit for human company. And it feels like secular humanism, it takes a very rosy picture of humanity, which I guess is cute, but it doesn't really work. Oh, P.S. There was kind of a thing they had brought up actually in the episode with David and Apostate Prophet. They were talking about human flourishing. It's kind of a little bit open-ended. There's no caveats, there's no inhibitors. So you could say, well, human flourishing according to what metric? That's what they were asking. And it's a fair question. Like, according to whose values is human flourishing to be carried out? How is it to be executed? I would have another question. At what cost is it to be carried out? Is there any cost too high? Let's say you had to kill off 7 billion of the human population for the sake of human flourishing, so they could live like happy, longer, deviancy-free lives. Would that be too much of a sacrifice? Anyways, alright, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and leave a comment if you like it.